Grandmaster Watts, I'd like to ask you something. I know you in the zone. Like people do different forms and stuff like that, of the different branches of Wing Chun. What's your opinion? Before I know I don't want to take too much of your time, so but what's your opinion about the different branches? Are all Wing Chun similar with the principles?
What I would say to you, see, a lot of people don't know the real lineage of Wing Chun.
Yeah,
Just went and got bits and pieces.
yeah,
All the Wing Chun's good. It's up to the individual and their creativity and their open-mindedness to research all the way back to the 16th century till now, bringing all, at one time these forms were just one form,
yeah,
then they were broken down to many forms,
yeah,
the weapons and all, to simplicity, to the shortest point, and for the monks to learn fast enough so they could deal with the Manchu government when the Manchus went to overrun the Shaolin Temple. You see, so the system was designed to be simplicity, continuity, economize emotion, and be able to get to the point. It was a non-traditional system, wasn't taught for sport or hobby. It was strictly business. And unfortunately, the Manchu government, when they were putting this plan together, raided the monastery. So Umoy, Buddhist nun, got away with all the literature and wisdom that was put together by all the abbots in the monastery. You see, so when people say, oh, I saw someone do this in 118, I seen someone do this in 108. Well, if you look at everything has a total similarity. And a lot of the movement is alternative movement. If you couldn't move a big person, right? Where I'll give you a perfect example. You striking at me. He strikes at me and I do this. And I don't move him, right? I can hit him with a side kick. But say I'm a smaller man who couldn't move him, also he struck, and I went like this now, I kick with the front leg. See? I kick with the front leg, I kick the front knee rather than the side kick. So, in other words, if he strikes here, Bill, here, look, here, lock him up. Here. See, he has to walk with me if I start walking. You see, because I lock him up. See, I give him something of simplicity that is unexpected. He not think of me to do something of that. Like he pointed at me, and all of a sudden I'm like, go to point at me. Here, and I lock him up. Oh. See, I lock him up. Here. Look, I spin out, he has to go. Well, whatever direction I point to, he's going to start traveling. So you feel what's happening, and I do it with pause, calmness. It's like a person really know Wing Chun. He doesn't do this, punch at me. No, punch at my body, look. He doesn't do this. Real person know what he's doing, he do this. So, see, jump, we call it jump style, mean rest on the center line. So he come at me, jump, gone, look, already, clear open. See, die one here. Got the Chun. So he punch here, Bill, look, I trap this. See, I bring him over. He punch here. Wing Chun use a punch. You punch, look, I use a punch. So that's real punching in the Chun.
Do that again, Grandmaster.
He punches, I use a punch. So punch against a punch. So look what I'm doing. He punch, try to punch shoulder straight here. So look what happened. See, look, he jammed himself. So he's still pushing. Look what happened. If he's still pushing.
So what do you think? Like the
This is
center line?
Gogachi Chun
Okay,
Choi,
okay.
vertical punch. So I go punch. Look, don't punch it, don't punch it. Spin it. Look where my hand is. Look at this. Look, it's inner jut. Look, inner jut. So he's punching here, I do this. Look, inner jut. So when one hand leaves, replacement theory.
Replacement theory.
Say I cook mark. Say here. Trap him to the ground.
I see why they got you security on Blue Blood. I see why they got him security on Blue Blood.
So you understand? When you deal with a person, the fight is here. If he's over there selling wolf tickets, Nothing to talk about. He don't want to fight. He don't want no trouble. Because a person wants trouble, they gonna try to enter your cipher. So in Chun we say occupied once in a while.
Yeah.
So I stand here and mind my business. So he went to walk back up. See, I make sure you go back. You don't keep doing this forward motion.
Okay.
Right? And this here feel like a spear. So we call it doying. Doying means we create a bridge. So your hand come out, bridge. Don't punch away, punch at me. So, da, so, look, da, so. Here, you see, this here, loosen them up. Get them to act real good.
Back by popular man, Grandmaster Watts. Today.
Yes,
So before I even get started, so what you doing out here in Harlem, man?
well, what we're doing in Harlem here, you know, as well as a master in the martial arts, I'm a professional bodyguard. Been in the industry over 30-something years now, you know, from music to movies to television shows, in which the show I'm working on today is called Blue Blood.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you about, you know, remember we was talking a few times about the functions of martial arts, the usage, about, you know, some of the Wing Chun techniques and how it would engage in actual combat. Because, you know, you see some seafoods, they had, you know, got in some type of confrontations, and, you know, they didn't do that well. So I wanted to get your perspective about the demeanor when you were telling me that you got to have that type of demeanor to engage in those type of situations.
Where I'm coming from is I understand the passiveness. I understand the thorn only harms those who try to steal upon the blossom, but I also understand urban life. I understand war, and I understand that it can come from any area, especially in your own backyard. One thing that I tell cats, you know, if you don't have the proper attitude and you ain't never been in a fight, you're not going to fight when it's time to fight. You see, you have to have the attitude. You got to be in the jungle in order to be an animal, you know, in that arena. You know, it's like walking in a cage. You ain't never fought in a cage. What are you doing in a cage? You're going to get beat. Okay? Or you've never been on the dojo floor. You're going to get beat. If you ain't never had a fight in the street, you're going to get beat. But if you know what fighting is, you know, in order to learn how to hit, you must learn to accept being hit. That's what makes you want to defend. That's what makes you want to fight. When someone tries to take your life, 3 times out of your life you attack. One of those times for keeps. And you can't pass judgment on, is this person playing or is it maybe? Are you ready to adapt, adjust, and overcome? Be prepared for what is being brought to you? You see, my philosophy is this, you know, if you attack, I'm going to attack your attack. You know, and I tell you 3 things in life. Don't get tired, be ready to go all the way. And if you ever had a toothache, I'm going to be worse than a toothache.
Okay, thank you. There you have it. So, just wanted to give your guys a different perspective, not always about the physicals. Sometimes you got to really, well, it ain't no sometimes, it should be all the time.
Yes, sir.
Mentally.
90% mental, 10%
So there you have
physical.
it, guys. The man up, stand up discussion. Grandmaster Watts. And before we get out here, let people know where your new school at.
Oh, yes,
Things
I
of that
just
nature.
opened a new school in White Plains, New York, 200 Hamilton Avenue, White Plains, 2nd floor, 10B. Wing Chun Jiu-Jitsu Root, Kung Fu.
Do you have a number for your school?
My number of my school is 914-288-9288.
So there you have it. Got all the information. So you guys that is interested in studying with Grandmaster Watts, just give him a call. Experience the hands of Grandmaster Watts Wing Chun. So what is your experience? It's the first time you really touch hands with this man, showing you his you know, his skill, his method. What is your opinion?
I wouldn't say I touched hands with him, but he did share
Oh,
some
well,
knowledge
I
with
should
me.
say he touched hands upon you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we can say that.
We can say
We
that.
can say that.
Right.
All I'm gonna say is my man has power.
Yeah.
I feel bad for anybody in the street that sees him in the street corner.
Yeah.
And if you try to mug that man, just let me know you want me in the hospital real
So
quick.
you think that
Blue
Grandmaster
room,
Watts?
period.
You think Grandmaster Watts, even though he was demonstrating, you know, the technique, you think that he can be very effective and proficient with his technique?
Oh, definitely. I give him that. I definitely give him that. I think he'll beat anybody he touches hands with.